G'day guys, Elfie here. This is just a bit of an intro to the video that follows. This video was recorded live from Twitch while I was streaming the same time yesterday, and it's about customizing NPC skins. So what you see on the screen now is I've created a template skin, and I will provide a link to a series of images that show what this looks like in game, and what each of these panels does. So probably best just to go in game and have a look if I can get it to load up. So this is what that skin looks like in game. The grey over the head and the purple over the body don't have to be there. If I actually remove them, it looks something like this. Okay, so that's sort of our options. We can have the hat on the top or not, and the jacket over the skin or not as well. I found that the legs are the same no matter what, despite what I say in the video. They are actually just come off the one side, off the one panel. So what the idea is with this template is all of these are different sections, but they all follow the same pattern, where the lightest of the color is the front, and then left, right, up, down, back. So front, left, right, up, down, back, front, left, right, up, down, back, and so on and so forth. So you've got head, nose, hat, legs, body, arm, left arm and right arm, the front of the arms, and the jacket. That's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you there and we will go straight into the video that we recorded yesterday. Thanks. We are here today to commemorate. We're here to have a check out how we change NPC skins, because this has been a request. Trish has been trying to get this happening for ages, and we keep trying to explain to Trish, Ben and I keep trying to explain to Trish how to make it happen via text, and it's just we're struggling to get it across. It's not that Trish is silly, it's just it's a complex process to try and explain via text. So we're joined by Ben Spieldenner, who is, what did I say, the creative art director of Crosspon Collaborations. All right, so yeah, we're joined by Ben, who does all the resource packs and behavior packs for all the Crosspon Collaborations maps. I'll let Ben introduce himself, and we're also joined by Trish Cloud, who is our guinea pig and the person who asked us to put this together. Although she didn't ask us to put this together, she asked Ben to help her do this, and then we decided we'd do it live on stream. So, all right, Ben, Trish, introduce yourselves, and then we'll make a start.
Yeah, so I'm Ben, and I am the one of the co-directors of Crosspon Collaborations, a fairly newly formed company here, 2 English teachers. So my business partner is Simon Badley from the UK, and so he specializes in the builds, MC edit, that kind of stuff, and I specialize in creating resource packs and behavior packs. So yeah, I guess my goal is to share something a little more, what I think is a little more simple, which would be, how do you create custom NPCs? So I hope everything works today.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
All right, Trish, did you want to introduce yourself, or do you want to just get started?
I work for Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, and I'm working to get Minecraft out into our district. And right now I'm in the process of helping a teacher develop a map on World War I trenches. And I really wanted the NPCs who are going to be field marshals and generals and lieutenants and things like that, I wanted them to look the part so that when the students go in, it looks authentic. But I knew that Ben knew how to do this, but I didn't know how to do this. So I've been bugging him a lot.
I haven't made the time, and it was time. It had to happen.
So this is why we are here. And hopefully this will go better than the painting thing that Ben and I tried to do.
That's all right. We'll make it work. This would work for
Yeah.
paintings as well. We'll see if we can throw some paintings in there today if we've got time.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yep, we can do it.
All right, Ben, you're in charge. I'm going to follow
Okay.
along. I'm going to try and be your camera. So you're going to tell me what to do, and Trish is going to follow along off camera. And then when we run into problems, everyone's going to yell at you, and you're tasked with fixing it.
Perfect. All right, sounds good. All
So
right,
where do we
let's start
start?
from the top. All right, so first you're going to want to go to the Minecraft webpage, which is minecraft.net. And then you're going to want to click on the menu.
Getting there.
Yeah, and then on the menu, there's the add-ons.
Okay. Don't watch on the stream. Just assume that we're going. I'm there.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine.
Then if you go, I don't know, 3/4 of the way down the page, there's this little blurb. It says Minecraft's unmodified files are a good place to start if you plan on making your own add-on, and then they have a place for resource packs and behavior packs. So if you click on resource packs, there's a direct download. You'll see it's downloading the vanilla resource.
Yep.
So I would suggest downloading that.
Okay.
Got
Doing
it.
that.
Perfect. Then when you do that, you're going to want to.
Sorry, you're going to have
see
to
it.
wait a little while because it's Australian internet here. Just kidding.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
I'm only halfway through, mate.
It spins in the opposite direction in the southern hemisphere.
Right.
All right, 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Okay, it's downloaded. What's next?
All right. So then you're gonna want to unzip it then, unpack it, whatever you want to call it, I guess.
Oh, it's 1.8 now. I don't have the 1.8. Cool.
I don't think I do either.
Oh,
So
animation
then,
controllers. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Sorry.
Oh, that
I
is cool.
found new things to play with.
Either. This is new for me too. All right. So now I have to admit that I learned part of this, well, a lot of this from Elfie himself. So there's a few things you're going to want to do. So usually what I do is on my desktop, I'll create a new folder. So on your desktop, create a new folder. In this case, I don't know what we call it, just test NPCs, or I don't know.
All right, I'm going Christmas NPCs because I've been requested for a Christmas NPC pack. Christmas
Okay.
NPCs. All right.
Then
Hey,
I
where
would
did that
move
go?
over, or excuse me, copy. I always copy out of this because then I can save this and I can use it for other things. So copy the pack icon.png and put that in the
The pack
hang on.
icon?
yeah,
I'm
pack
still
icon.
I'm still unzipping.
It's the picture that shows up when you go to add a resource pack in Minecraft. It looks like a
Yeah, I know what it looks like, but where do I get a copy of it from?
it's under the vanilla resource pack you just downloaded.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't tell me to go inside of it yet, and it's still extracting.
Yeah, see, he's
Yep,
going too
unstruck.
fast, isn't he? Let's yell at him. He's going too fast.
so
Slow
sorry.
down.
Wow,
No, I'm just
man.
kidding. I'm only at 95%.
Sorry.
I'm
All right,
only
no,
at
I'm done now. Okay.
69%.
So I've got that. Okay, but now I've lost my Christmas NPCs little folder. Where did it go?
I guess while you're waiting, Trish, go ahead and on your desktop or wherever you're going to remember, just make a new folder.
It was called World War One NPCs. Yep, done it.
Perfect. You already made
Yeah.
it? Awesome. Okay.
Where is Christmas Sorry, I've lost Christmas NPCs.
You didn't
This
know
is-
it was going to be the three
this is going
stages
well.
when you did it.
There it is. I found it. Okay, so I'm going to put it back over here. So here it is, right here in the center of my screen. Okay, good.
This is
Now I'm gonna put
part
everything
about-
back where it was. All right, so we're doing well here. So I've got Christmas NPCs here, and I've got the vanilla
They
resource
don't
pack.
show you the stuff on YouTube when you watch
Yeah.
them because it's perfect and everything goes perfect.
Yeah. All right, so you said I need the pack icon PNG, and we're going to copy that into.
And I pack so that's first.
All right, so pack icon is across.
Okay. Copy that and put it in the folder.
Folder. Yep.
Okay.
And next, you need to copy the manifest.json. folder.
Done.
And then just to make life a little easier, I would just copy the whole entity folder over. Need in there, but it's fine. So copy the entity folder.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
Oh, man, that's the wrong folder. All right, you don't need to copy the entity folder. My bad.
Okay. Don't copy the entity
Don't copy
folder.
any folder. Copy the textures.
Alright.
How about we do that? Textures entity.
I've gotten pack icon and manifest.
Yeah.
What else do I need?
Just copy textures.
Okay.
And throw that in there. Just waiting, weren't you, Alfie?
So that's a relatively big folder. So one thing we want to talk about is resource packs work by overlaying what's already there. So if you don't need everything, don't leave everything in there. So that entire textures folder we just copied makes this texture pack or resource pack like 20 meg. If we don't need all of those textures, then we should remove the ones we're not modifying. Would you agree with that?
Usually what I'll do is I'll copy the folder over just so I don't put the wrong names for other folders.
Yes.
And then once I get it copied, then I'll delete the stuff I know I'm not going to use.
Yeah,
usually
that's
what I
right.
usually do.
Yep. All right. So I've done that. How you going, Trish?
I've got textures, manifest, and pack icon.
All right. Awesome.
Perfect. Okay. So now you can leave the vanilla resource pack and move directly into your own pack made. Then if you go under textures, open up the textures folder, you can click on blocks and click on color map and delete both of those because you're not going to need those.
Okay.
Leave painting in.
Blocks and color map.
Yeah, and we'll leave painting in, Ben.
Where are 2 folders, correct?
Yes.
So get rid of both those folders.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Just check it.
And then in fact, if you, so at least on mine, this is how it's laid out. I have blocks, color map, then I have entity. So I would leave in entity for now.
Mm-hmm.
And then go down. The next folder I have is environment. I don't know if that's the next folder you all have, but
yeah, it is.
So from environment all the way down to models, include everything in between that and delete that.
So get rid of environment.
Got it. Get rid of everything from environment all the way down through models.
Through models.
Including models, yeah. Get rid of models too. Yeah.
Including models, yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then leave painting. So hopefully we can get to that. And then you're going to click on particle.
Yep.
And terrain, texture, and UI, and delete those 3.
Particle, UI, and terrain texture.json.
Yeah.
Leave flame, atlas, flipbook, force field, and item texture.
Oh, you could take those out too.
So
those are underneath my environment. So it depends on how you have it laid out, I guess. So the only thing you should have left would be
entity and painting. Oh, he's gone again.
Entity, painting.
And
should be it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Just entity and painting, get rid of flame, flipbook, force field, and item.
Yeah, that's what I've done, Trish.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're all good now. All right. The fun part. So, all right, so what you're going to do is entity.
Do what with entity?
You're gonna open it up. Open up that folder.
Okay.
Thing from basically the only thing that you really need to keep in this, depending on what all it is that you want to change, which in your case would just be the NPCs. You can actually delete everything else.
Sorry, distracted.
Except for
pandas.
Oh yeah. Nice. I wonder what those. All right. Oh, those are cool. They have a bunch of them. They even have a lazy panda, a sneezy panda. Oh man! All right.
Cool. Anyway, sorry, distracted.
Yeah, distraction.
Trish, you're gonna delete everything except for the NPC folder.
Okay.
Delete everything except for NPC folder because you don't need really anything else in there.
So this is what I was saying. Everything else, we've now got like a very slim resource pack. So this is going to create less space in terms of the world. So one of the worlds I've got, I haven't actually deleted everything yet. I've left everything else in, and it's a 25 meg world. So every time you download it or try and transfer it, it's 25 meg. Whereas this texture pack now is significantly smaller.
So you want me, even down into where it says Alex and the agent, you want me to get rid of those too? Armor stand, arrows, bat, beacon, that kind of stuff, or just the folders?
Just the NPC folder is the only thing you need in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't actually delete it from the game. It just won't. It's just, as Elfie said, it just won't kind of paste it over. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Game, it's just you don't alter it at all. So.
All right. So all that's in there is NPC.
Okay. So all right. So now I'll go ahead and open up the NPC folder. Go to NPC number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you have an editing, something that you use to edit images with?
No.
I use paint.net.
Yeah. Okay, you can use paint.net. Yeah.
You there, Trish? You seem to have dropped out. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, because when I put it, what is the web address? Because when I put in paint.net, I get warrenpaint.com.
Let me check. Let me get this one up. It's not. Yeah, it's not paint.net. It's, you've got to Google paint.net, but not go to paint.net. It's really.
Is it? Hold on.
So I think if you go to Google first. No, not Google Maps. Just Google.
No, I got it. I have it. I downloaded it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Now I need to get this up.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'm going ahead of you here, Ben. I'm just going to get ready.
Fine. Are you at paint.net right now?
I'm in paint.net, yeah.
Sweet, okay.
And I've got the NPC one skin up and in there.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yep. Okay, all right. So, are you there, Trish?
Yeah, I'm here. Now we're getting into the freaky stuff.
Okay. Bring up the NPC skin yet?
Hold on.
So here's the trick, right? So, for a while, I actually had a notepad beside me where I had to write down like a cheat sheet so I knew what each part of the flat image was. To be able to do this, but I've done enough times now that cheat anymore. I just know what to change and edit and all that good stuff. We're gonna cheat our way through this one. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, what I did, and I don't think this is right. I copied NPC 1 and I pasted it on the canvas in paint.net, but it was really small. So I stretched it. I stretched it across the canvas, but it's blurry.
Yeah, okay. So what you want to do, Trish, close paint.net.
Okay.
All right. Right click on the NPC one skin. So in the entity NPC folder, right click on that, and then about halfway down there should be open with. And then just in there should be paint.net as an option.
Oh, okay.
All right. Just do that and it will be really small. And down in the bottom right, there's the zoom option down there. If you, the little slider, if you slide that, I'm at about 1200%, and that basically makes it fill my screen.
Okay, got it.
How'd we do? Yep.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right, cool. All right, so I use Photoshop just because that's just what I have. Yeah, so because these are, of course, pixels, right? I think it was 8 pixels across the face, Alfie. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Something
about
like
that.
I don't remember.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we can do this one of two ways. You can either create one from scratch, which is what we are not going to do. So if you go to any place you want to get skins, I just happen to go to Planet Minecraft.
So Planet, sorry, I should, Planet Minecraft skins. All right. So I'm at Minecraft Skins, Planet Minecraft. Is there a search option here? Have we lost everyone again?
No, I'm here.
No? Okay. I think Ben's having a bit of an issue with his internet today. I can't see. Can you see a search option?
No.
Search skins, yes, just under the, it's just above the menu bar there, just above Minecraft Community Project skins. There's a search skins button there on mine because I went to skins.
Yep.
And then if there's a search button up there, so I've just searched for Santa because I'm going for Santa here.
Okay. Put in World War One. Oh, got German uniforms, Russian, British Royal Marine, British soldier. Yes.
All right, I like this one, so I'm going to click on this one, and I think you can so if you find the one you like, you can click on it, and then you can click on download Minecraft skin.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, I'm looking through them real quick.
All right. Well, I've got mine.
All right. So I click on it.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. We're back.
Sorry,
no, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've padded.
Nice.
I think we're just about to download the skin.
Download mine. Okay.
Perfect.
Download mine.
Did you find a soldier skin that you liked?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I've got Santa.
And it's downloaded.
I see Santa. That's cool. Perfect.
All right.
It's downloaded.
So then in my little downloads thing, I said, show me that in the folder. All right. So that I didn't, and then I can open with paint.net again, like we did the NPC skin. And that brings it in to paint.net beside it, if that makes sense.
Open with paint.net. And it does it beside it, and I do it the same way I did before.
Yeah.
Just make it bigger.
Yep, just zoom in a bit.
Okay.
All right.
So you got them
there we go. Yep, we got them side by side-ish.
Ish, yeah.
They're in two separate windows, but it's easy to transfer stuff between them.
Here comes the slightly tricky part, and that is trying to figure out where the faces and legs and all those things go. So the first thing I usually do is the face, because I feel like it's the easiest thing to do. So if I go to the skin that I downloaded, understanding that I downloaded a player skin and not an NPC skin. So what I usually do is I will highlight or put a square around just the front of the face. Like, for example, I can see on Alfie's screen right now, he's got Santa. And the trick is to get it so it's just... So you'll see the very top of the screen is actually the top of their head, and right below that is their face. And so the trick is to get it the same width as the top of their head, and down to what is actually the top of their leg, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which is here.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this.
Okay.
Okay, I see what you did, Alfie.
Perfect. So then you can, I usually cut that. For me, I cut it out because then it's easy for me to keep track of things. So if I cut that and paste that, I know, it's iffy, I know. Paste it. Now, when I paste it on, it's not going to be the same height. So usually what I do is I will simply remove the mouth by painting. I'll paint the same color as the face on the mouth and move the mouth down block or two.
All right, let me tell you what's happening. Every time I'm not getting a box like Alfie did. What I'm getting is it starts changing the color.
Yeah, okay. So are you still looking at my stream now, Trish?
Not yet. I can go back to it.
So over in the top, if I hit Control Z here.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
So there's a rectangle select button there. So if you use that, and then you'll be able to take it out. All right.
All right. All right.
I'm going to eyedropper his mouth and put that back in over here. Why didn't that work?
So what's interesting about the player skins is the width of all the items is the same in terms of the head, but the head is taller on the NPC than it is on a player skin. So sometimes I'll just copy and paste the bottom 2 or 3
colors.
Or I'll do what Alfie's doing, which is use the dropper, get the same color, and just paint it down.
Worked out why it wasn't drawing for me. Here we go.
When I copied his face and I pasted over this guy's face.
Yes.
Okay.
The width should be the same, but the height will not be.
And then in paint.net, it seems to paint relative, so it should paint over that exact same spot. So it should be in the right spot.
It's really handy, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work for you?
Okay, what do I do once I've pasted it?
Well, you could do several things. First of all, I would use the eyedropper to get the same face color, because you're going to need to paint his mouth off.
I think I've got it.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm going to have to go to push to talk.
So the trick, Trish, is the player skin is 8 by 8 by 8 square. The NPC skin is 8 by 10 for the face, and the head in general is 10 high as opposed to 8 high. So we need to sort of mock it up and make it a bit different while we go. So we do need to customize it.
So if we're looking at the rest of that, the head, we basically just keep going along those same lines. So on the left-hand side of, well, in this case, Alfie's side is the right-hand side of his head, and then further right is actually the back of his head. Once again, the width is correct. It's just the height that is different. So as you can see, when Alfie pasted it in, it works great. Needs to be changed a little bit. And then the top of the head and the neck are exactly the same. So you should just be able to copy and paste those in without any changing at all. What I do is I take the nose off.
Yeah, so you're not a fan of the NPC nose either.
I'm not at all.
Yeah, I'm not overly a fan of the NPC nose.
And the nice part about customizing NPCs as well is that if you cut something off, it just doesn't appear.
Yes.
So the nose, makes it really cool for the Christmas Carol world we just did. When I did the Ghost of Christmas Future and Marley's Ghost, I was able to make it look as if it was a ghost because I could simply leave the texture off the bottom of the legs and the bottom of the arms, and so it looked like he was missing it, which is kind of a cool feature.
Go back and look in Discord. I posted a picture of my face.
Yes, I'm there. Yep, that's it. Oh no.
Okay. No.
Oh, you stretched it. Yeah, no, you stretched it instead of.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay, so head back to the stream, Trish, and I'll redo a little bit of mine and show you what's going on.
All right, I'm here.
All right, so go back to there. So what I did, so I'll do this side here, right? So I'll do this side of his face here. So over in my skin, I'm going to select. Now the stream will be a bit slower than the audio, so I'm going to select that side of his face. I'm going to take it back over there. And then all I need to do is I need to then manually edit the 2 pixels below what I just pasted. So I need to paint his face, and then I need to paint his hair. So because the pixels, because there's 2 extra pixels on an NPC skin on their head, we need to manually edit those last 2 pixels, which Ben was suggesting he just moves the face down, moves the mouth down a pixel or so. So does that make more sense now?
Yeah, let me go work on that.
Okay. So I'm going to keep
Sometimes that
going.
can work to your advantage, not so much on the face, but sometimes on the body, depending on the texture that it's on the body. You can sometimes stretch it and make it look okay, but on the face, it's much more difficult, I think. Yeah, so Elfie right now is doing the method that I usually will end up doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to do the top. And you delete this. So this is the nose up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you just delete that.
Do.
And now the top of the head.
I think it makes a big difference in terms of the way the NPC looks too. I really do.
Yeah.
Put a nose in. Sometimes I'll put a nose in. Sometimes I won't. You know.
But the trick is the nose model is what it is. Unless you get into the modeling aspect of it, you're stuck with it basically. So I've got to put the beard on. It's interesting.
And the other thing too. So, yeah, sorry. So what Elfie's about to do now is Elfie's going to actually add a layer on top of the face. So you can do this one of two ways, and I've done it both ways, where you can actually, well, in Elfie's case, it'd be the beard. Take it and just move it over and put it on top, or you can do what they do there, which is simply make it as a layer. So everything past the head on the right-hand side is a second layer, which goes over top of the face. Which is actually kind of a nice feature, especially if you're going to put a hat on somebody. You can put a little brim. If you're putting like beards, or so you want somebody like big bushy eyebrows, you can put those on as a texture. The trick is getting that texture right, because it's not a one-to-one.
That's what I'm just looking at.
It's not a one-to-one kind of thing.
Because if I put that down low, it won't overlay his eyes properly.
It won't.
Do you know what I mean? So it's got to come...
Yeah.
The beard's got to be there. So, okay, so that needs to be there.
Yeah.
Right? And then what I need to do is I actually need to grab this bit and move it down there and then fill in between. I'm getting a whole... And then I just need to patch in the middle.
This is a fun little thing to play with. So usually what I'll do is after I have a pretty good idea, or what I think is as a pretty good finished NPC, then we'll bring that into Minecraft and check it out to see what all needs to be. Sometimes when the tops of the shoulders look like hands, or sometimes the eyebrows are over the eyes, and it looked like the character Worf from Star Trek for a while there. So,
okay, after I use the color picker, how do I?
So over right beside the color picker, there is a pencil tool.
Okay.
Do you find that?
Yes.
All right, and then so that's what you need to do that next step. All right. So I reckon we give that a crack. I reckon that'll be pretty close. I hope.
This next part just takes a while to do. It really does.
So arms and legs and everything.
Right. So yeah, and the thing I love about legs is legs are exactly the same. So legs on players are the same model of the legs on the...
and the chest as well, by the look of it.
Chest is not the same size.
Ah.
The chest is the same width, although the sides are not the same width, which is weird.
And
it's also not the same height.
I've picked a 3-pixel skin too, by the look of it, for arms. So that's something to consider.
Yeah, so legs, you can actually just copy. So the legs are right below the face on your player skin, and
so that's the legs there.
Yeah, so you can just cut or whatever you want to do with the legs and paste them right over, and they should fit exactly.
But we've got to overlay over the legs, so relatively speaking, they've actually shifted that down a few pixels.
Yes, correct.
Okay. How you doing, Trish? Are we going too fast again?
I never got the colors to work.
Okay.
So I just went back to copying and pasting bits over.
Okay, yeah.
Is your face coming?
I'll show
Sure.
you in just a second.
All right.
So this skin bent. So this NPC skin has one leg, two arms, and it's obviously got an overlay here. So this looks like
So that overlay is fun because that overlay is it's the same width. The middle section is the same. So the front of the body and the back of the body are the same width as the player,
yeah.
but the sides are actually a different width than the player.
Oh, so this here is actually the coat.
Correct. Yeah, and the hair. So
And
that
yes,
so that's like the hair. Yeah.
So this is the hat. So in terms of player skins, you can have like you've got your skin, and then you've got your jacket. You've got your face, and then you've got your hat. You've got your legs, and then you've got your overlay.
Correct.
So the NPCs have all of that as well. So this is the legs. So you can actually have two different legs for NPCs. So the player here has, I mean, they're not quite the same. But you can actually have this as well, I believe. Have you played with that, having two different legs for an NPC?
I have not, but I know someone, an Australian gentleman, who has who does know how to change that.
I'm trying to remember who there's. Yes, so the NPC scientists actually have. So if I open up one of them, and this is where I found out all of this stuff. The NPC scientists actually have the two legs. So this is where you know where they exist. So there's one leg here, and there's another leg here on the NPC scientist. So for what I'm doing today, I don't think that's going to matter. But for future, what I would do is if I wanted two different legs, I would start with an NPC scientist, as they have the two legs. So all the first batch of NPCs, NPC 7's got them, 8, 9, 10, but the first 5 don't actually have the two legs by the look of it, 5 or 6. So yeah, it's down in here would be if I wanted to grab that other one. Have I lost everyone again, or is everyone still with me?
I'm still with you.
Listening.
So if I wanted a separate leg, I believe it would go there.
More over. Yep. It's up one.
Up
I think
one.
it's the 2.
Yeah, up 1 pixel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up 1 pixel like that. All right. And this is what we just keep doing, isn't it? We just keep copy pasting.
Yep. Trying to make
sections.
it fit, which some parts fit better than others. So I don't know if the next part you want to go to is the body. I don't know.
That's here.
So yeah. So what I usually do is I go for the chest first.
So which is from here to there-ish.
Yeah. So I go for the neck. The whole neck down to the bottom of the front of the.
Okay, so like that.
That's it. Yes. Yeah, and so yeah, and then when you paste that in, of course, it's not
relative anymore.
It's not the right height. So usually what I'll do is I'll try to judge where I think the neck is supposed to start. Bring it down. Maybe.
Where do you reckon I go? Do I go up to the top here, or do I come down?
Right there. Yep, right there.
In the
That's
middle?
It. Nope, right there. One down. That's perfect. I think that's right. And then just fill in the bottom and fill in the top.
Okay.
Usually what I do, anyways.
If I get you, this is where you get to be that little bit creative, which is always a good thing.
Sometimes there are skins where I like the general idea, but there's something else I want to add on to it, or a different color. It's kind of nice too. And it is much easier to do it this way than it is to do a skin from scratch.
Yes. Okay, so I've done my chest.
Then I'll go the left or right side next, usually.
So let's go the left side of that for now.
And this is not even close to the same size. So.
Oh wow. That's interesting, isn't
Big
it?
difference. It is. It is very. Yep. Very much is. Yes. There's a lot to fill in
And lots to. I've got to delete some too.
and delete some stuff. Yeah.
So if I delete that top layer, actually I shouldn't have deleted that. What I want to do is actually want to move you. Move. Not
So you have to
rotate.
copy and paste letter.
Where is it? There. Do that. Right, and then I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try and grab you.
Usually I'll just copy and paste that whole section over.
And I'm gonna try and stretch it out to the length
the sides,
it should be.
And the sides is not nearly as important. I mean, sides you could stretch out only because you rarely really. I mean, you only really see below the NPC because the arms are usually out.
Yeah. So this is where MC Edit stuff comes in handy. I wish I had the same, because you can just clone things.
Yeah, yeah. Be kind of nice.
All right, so if I drop a U.
And actually what you can do is I would just clone this or copy this entire side.
Yeah.
Other side.
So if I just grab you, copy, and move you to here. No, there's a problem with that.
Should be right. Yeah, that should be right.
Yeah, but I want it to overlay. The white pixels don't line up for me. That's all.
Oh, you're right. They don't.
That's
right.
That's easy fix.
I have to move those over.
So they need to be there, 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 and there.
Trish, how's your soldier's face coming?
Hang on. Working on it.
Okay.
Like so. So now that's done.
And then the back is the easiest because it is the correct width. It's just not the correct height.
So that's the back here. What about these bits up here? What's this? This bit here.
Yeah, that would be the bottom half of the body.
Oh, the underneath.
Torso,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I copy that across.
I just stretch it usually because that won't fit either, but I'll just stretch that because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then I need to get that bit there is the back, I believe. And now that's 1 pixel out as well for me. So if I do that, come in here and delete you. I drop a U and do the same as what I did on the other side.
That looks like the back of Santa's coat has been a little tailored there.
Done. All right.
All right, there's what I've got so far.
Okay, that's in Discord.
Yes, perfect.
All right, can I show that on stream, Trish?
If you're going to need to cut some things off here, that's all right.
I'm going to show it on stream. There you go.
Cut some things off his face there.
That was just I copy and pasted down to where it matched the size of the other one, and then I just put a mouth on.
Okay. His nose is still up above his head there. If you want to get rid of that.
What's his nose?
See that whitish greyish stuff above the back of his head. So you got his face, the side, then his back. So where his eyes are, you've got 2 more panels over to the right. And then above that last panel of his head is the nose up the top there.
Okay, so I need to get rid of that.
Unless you want it there, yeah, I'd get rid of it.
No, I don't want it.
And then I think you'll want to get rid of all of the stuff to the right, Eve, of the back of his head.
That's his helmet, isn't it?
Maybe it is a helmet.
I'm assuming it's a
Oh, maybe
helmet.
it is. Okay, maybe it is then. Okay, all right. Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see what it looks like in game.
yeah.
Let me find the picture and I'll put the picture of what his final
Okay.
thing looks like. Hold on.
Waiting, waiting, waiting.
Hang on.
I need another drink. I'm going to have another drink. Of water. It's 9 a.m. So, Ben, do you take this into the game to check it, or do you use another software package?
No, I know you can use block bench, but I usually just take it into the game.
All right. Can I show you block bench now?
I'd love to see it.
Okay. So if we use block bench, what it allows us to do is actually live update the textures as we go. Block bench is really cool. I'll do that later. So if we go open model and downloads, and then it's vanilla resource pack 1.8, and then you go into models, mobs, right? So this is taking it off the vanilla resource pack we downloaded. All the way down the bottom, you can see NPC here. If I grab that, that actually shows me the NPC skin, right? And then we can add our texture to it. So I know my texture is in desktop, Christmas NPCs, textures, entity, NPC, NPC1, right? So that's the vanilla NPC villager. However, if I come back here and I save my NPC, you can see it starts to take shape. So you can see that I need to work a bit more on his head. So his hair needs to come up a pixel higher. The Santa hat works quite well, but his hair definitely needs to come up at least 1 pixel higher. I believe I've lost his mouth. So what? Hey Trish, that looks good. Yeah, so does his helmet and his jacket there. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. Okay.
yeah. So what I tend to do is, if I'm doing this, all right, I'll have block bench open, and it's live basically. So if I go back into here and say, well, I actually need his hair to come up a bit. So I'm just going to move. I'm going to just cheat. I'm just going to move this up 1 pixel, press save, and go back to block bench. See what it does? It actually automatically updated it. So now I can see his mouth is supposed to be here. So that addition I made, I'm actually going to delete that. I'm going to come across and grab this again because I don't think we needed to stretch it. And I'm going to try that again. I'm going to lower that 1 pixel, save it, go to block bench. Whoa, way off. All right, so it needs to come up at least 2 pixels. So this is, again, this is how I do this. So up 2 pixels.
And this is much faster than having to
take it into the game.
Yeah, so much faster. Yeah.
Oh, because I did it in.
Only problem sometimes with block bench is trying to get the arms correct for the NPC.
Yeah.
Because the arms are hidden inside the body.
Yes.
You can still check it by.
That's a bit better. Actually, that's a lot better. I like that. I think I still need to move his moustache down 1, or his mouth bit down 1. So that's this bit here. Ah, yeah, I will. I thought it was clear, but it's not. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to grab that and move it down 1, because I find it really tricky to see what's going on without doing this, if you know what I mean. I
it's
find
very
it
tricky.
If I do that, save that, come back to block bench. So his beard does need to come down further, but we're getting to the point now where, do you know what I mean?
It's good.
And his jumper's working.
You can see the hair that's on the second layer there.
Yeah.
It's, which gives you good perspective on what exactly that is too. You know, so you could put a jacket on Santa if you wanted to,
and it looks
or
like
suspenders if you wanted to.
His right leg is in the wrong spot, judging by this.
Actually, yeah.
The other thing you can do is you can actually see where the texture is. So according to this, his right leg is there, so we can actually change it to be here.
There we go. Yeah.
You know, but that's for us. That's not for the. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that plays out in the game. Is probably what I need to say there. And his right leg. There we go.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I missed this part because you guys moved ahead as I was
struggling. No, you're right.
When you move down to the next part, which I'm just looking straight down on the left-hand side, I think it's his body.
His left-hand side will be his leg.
Okay. It's a lot wider, but there's also I don't have a gap between the face. Let me put the pictures in because
in your downloaded skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no gap.
Yeah. So I've got the same on mine. So if you have a look at the stream, I've got the same on mine. There's no gap here, but this section here is a leg.
Yeah.
Right. This section here is the chest, and the next section over is an arm.
Okay, so this section that you said was, I think it's over here, it's black. Is that a leg?
Probably a leg.
Okay, so what do you do when you move it because there's a gap between the face and the leg?
You just put it, just copy and paste it and move the pasted leg right on top of the leg that was there for the NPC.
Oh, okay, I see.
Big gap there, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Perfect.
No, don't be sorry.
Well, that's good. This is good. Questions are good.
They are. So yeah, so I play in Blockbench to get where I want to go. So I do need to lower his beard a bit around his head there. So if we come back in here, and I grab a section of his beard. 1 pixel grabs are hard.
Very hard.
And if I save that and head back to Blockbench, yeah, so that's better.
It's good.
All right. What'll interest me is where it finds the legs from, because I'm not going to save this model. So what I've done by editing where it finds the legs, so we can show this is where it finds arms. You know, this is where it finds the body. Oh, that's the coat. The hat, the head itself. So you can play with where it finds all of those. So you can actually fully customize what textures are where. But you've got to add then this models file into the resource pack, basically, which I'm not going to do today. So this is just for me to get the skin looking the way I want it to look. All right, so I'm going to keep working.
It is time consuming.
It is. It really is. But
it's worth it.
Yeah, for that immersion, it's definitely worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it.
So I'm guessing
it's so important, I think.
This is the jacket here. So I'm going to grab what I believe is the jacket. And I'm going to paste that. And that's going to overwrite some really interesting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like.
I'll do that. Let's slow down. So this must be an arm. So I'm going to hold off on grabbing the arm. I think I've grabbed too much. I don't think I grabbed just the jacket.
I think it is an arm.
I think I need this. That's not an arm anymore. That's not including an arm, is it?
But what's interesting, it looks like the middle of the chest is directly below the middle of the body section on your player skin. Npc Skin, that middle gold belt buckle is all the way over to the left.
Oh, you think? I'm with you. So you think that actually needs to go there?
Yeah. Yep. Correct. I believe so.
All right. So I'll do it in sections, and I'll stop trying to cheat.
Which is weird. I mean, no, I'm glad that you did that because then you can see how different they really are. Or
so
at least
if I grab that should be the center where that hair is. That should be here.
I think so.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So I'm going to put it down low. All right, and I'll work the beard bit out in a minute. And then this would be the back, I reckon. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think that is the back.
So if I grab the back...
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Which in our case will be over here. And I'm going to line up the belt across the...
That's a good idea.
...thing there and deal with the rest in a bit. And then... So they've just got...
Looks like just the belt across the sides.
Yeah.
But you're probably going to want actual textures.
If we throw that there.
Okay, I just posted my next bit.
Yeah.
And you can see outside the squares the extra bits from the NPCs. Do I just erase them or do I have to copy?
I would leave them there because they signify where the NPC skin has to be. So you will need to fill those gaps, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just need to copy the colors over.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw that there. It's the same basic principle, so we're going to come out here and do it out here as well. Right, so
very
I need
timely NPC build.
My one, it was a request. Someone asked me for it, and I need it by 2 o'clock this afternoon. So nothing like leaving things till the last minute.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to grab some of his... Oh, that was the wrong button to press on my mouse. Grab some of his hair. I'm actually going to take it up to there. Like so. And his beard. I'm going to, again, go the creative aspect here. I'm going to go one up there with red, and the rest is going to be copied beard from down here. Eyedropper U. Alright, so now if I save that and we head back to Blockbench, you can see he's got the beard and the belt going on. The belt is way too high though. Isn't it?
Yeah, but he looks pretty cool though. It's really coming together nicely.
So it's interesting. Where does it see the jacket? See, it sees the jacket as that whole section because it goes all the way down. Ah, things are coming together. Things are beginning to make sense. So this whole section here actually could go down something like that. And if we save that, you know, that gives him the jacket. His waist is probably a little bit low now. Probably need to take it up. So, take it up one. That's probably all right. And now I would just neaten up that texture. So yeah, you're right. I do want a texture down the side here, I reckon.
Okay, I think I have something interesting here.
Yeah.
My guy, if you look at him, he's wearing like a cloak,
Yes.
a cross. So I have some extra bits in my skin that are not on the regular NPC.
They are, and it's the jacket. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, Trish. So if you jump over and have a look at the stream, so this whole section down here is basically what's the NPC jacket. So I'm putting Santa's beard, the rest of his hair, and his belt on that. So that's where that section will go. If I throw into block bench, you can see the jacket. So that blue outline is the jacket of the NPC. Does that make sense? So that's where your cloak will come in. Your cloak will come into that jacket area. All right. Does that make more sense to you now?
Nope.
No.
I'm going to be honest.
No, be honest, please.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you what I've got going on. Give me a sec.
All right, while you do that, I'm going to keep going on Santa's belt because he needs a bit of work. You just... Yeah, that's no worries, Ben. Absolutely fine. Thanks for helping out.
You guys... Hey, no, you two have fun. Trish, you're in...
I assume that was terrible hands because you cut out.
Oh, yes. That was terrible. No, so I'm passing the torch. Healthy here, so you guys have fun.
All right, thanks, Ben. Have a good night, mate.
I just posted
Yes.
the NPC where I've pasted stuff over.
Right.
And you can see there's like directly underneath his leg there's the black bits.
Yep, that's the hair.
Okay, so hold on a second.
No, you're right.
Now look at my soldier.
Yeah.
It's like there's no hair, but I have this open space, and then I have these brown bits that I believe are his cloak.
His cloak. Yep. Okay, so that's his jacket layer. So my Santa's got the same thing. All right. So down it's here. It's all the way from here to here. This is a jacket layer for my NPC. So you'll have a similar thing, although it looks to be in a somewhat different location for parts of it. So that jacket layer goes over the main body. So the main body of the NPC was up here. So you're looking on stream at the moment?
Yes, I am.
So the main... So this is the outer layer.
Show me on the original NPC.
Original NPC. This is the original...
Your skin that you're copying.
Yeah, so that's it there. So this is the one I downloaded, right?
Right.
So this is the main torso here. All right, so that's the underneath layer. All right, and then down here, there is an overlayer for that NPC, for that portion of the body. Now, for the NPC, it actually runs from here down to about here. So it's actually quite a larger jacket layer because it goes down below the legs. So you can have that cloak that you want for your NPC, that cloak he's wearing, will actually, you'd probably be able to do all of that in this jacket layer here.
So, okay, this is where I'm not getting, is that I don't see a space for it on the game NPC. Where do I paste it?
So over the hair. So that hair layer
Okay.
down underneath the legs, that's your jacket, and it goes pretty much to the bottom of the image.
All right.
All right, does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I'm just going to keep making Santa's jacket look a little bit better. Alright, and I'm going to hit save on that and see what he looks like in Blockbench now. So that's heaps better. Ah, except he has a base there. Okay, ooh, undo that. There's actually a base there. I want to move that base. Oh, how do I move that base up? I don't think I can. So I need to delete that base. Which is where? How did I do this? So we've got up here somewhere. There maybe is the base. So here. If I delete that, what does that do for me? That's deleted the back. So that wasn't it.
Okay, I'm working on this and hopefully I'm not breaking something.
You can't break it because you can always go back. If that makes sense. I can't work out where that is. Oh, it's out here. Is it? No. So I've got the base of a jacket that I don't want, Trish, and I can't work out where to delete it from. It's definitely there. Is it up in one of these here, maybe? No, it's that bit there. Yeah, it's that bit there. Okay.
What I've copied, it doesn't fit on what I've pasted.
Yeah, I'm trying to mock that up at the moment too. So it's so because the player jacket only goes to the bottom of the torso, but the NPC jacket actually goes down, looks like halfway through the legs. It's just a matter now of mocking it up so it looks like you want it to look, if that makes sense.
Okay. So, all right. So, okay.
Yes, you're right. It's a pain sometimes to do this stuff. Still totally worth it, but it is a pain. Aha, I found the bottom of the jacket. So now has that deleted it from anywhere else? Doesn't look like it. You know, that looks about right. Although I've probably deleted 1 pixel too many. Judging by that, yeah. I think I need to delete that only. Probably need to go out 1 more pixel to the right here. Although it doesn't look like, you know, there it is. You can see it there. So 1 more pixel to the right. Delete you.
Okay, so I've pasted what I've done. So you'll see first the NPC where I've pasted stuff.
Yep.
And there's what the original soldier looks like. I'm missing quite a bit at the bottom.
Yep. So what I think you need to do, all right, is put it in game. Well, what we probably need is a template. So do I have animal cell new textures? Oh no, because I changed them. Yeah.
Here's the magical part. How do I put him in game?
Well, let's actually do that. So let's
okay, let's do that.
Let's do that because I need to go and do some other stuff at some stage. So save your skin. So save the work that you've done.
Hold on.
All right.
Should I leave it at auto detect or should I change it?
Auto is fine. So just make sure mine's saved. And feel free to leave paint.net open. All right.
All right.
But I want you to go back to the Christmas NP. Oh, no, yours is the World War I NPCs folder. All right. And I want you to. Do you use Notepad++ for anything else?
I don't know what I use.
Okay, that's all right.
Right off the top of my head.
So just has it got the text, like the little notepad icon beside manifest.json?
Actually, for mine, it's got something else.
Right. Double click it, open up manifest.json. What does it do?
It says manifest JSON, geometry JSON, and then manifest JSON is highlighted. I have 3 tabs.
Okay, what does it say underneath it? Does it have format version 1, header, description, name?
Yes.
Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to edit this. Okay, so what you need to do is start by editing the description. So mine is going to be Christmas resource pack. The name I'm going to change from vanilla to Christmas as well. And I'll probably go to Christmas NPC because we're only changing NPCs. So I like to do that, but that's just me. NPC resource pack. And down the... So everywhere it said vanilla, I've changed to Christmas NPC. Right? Let me know once you've gone that. So there was 3 places I edited. spell Christmas right? Yes, I did.
Done it.
All right. So then I want you to go to a web browser and go to uuidgenerator.net. All right. And what that does is it brings up a string of, I think it's 20 something million characters. It's not 20 million, but it's a lot of characters. So it brings up a string of those. So you change both of those, but you've got to have a different one for each. So, and then so halfway, so once you've copied the first one, you refresh, copy the second one, and put it in the second space down the bottom. They do need to be different UUIDs. So once you've done both UUIDs and you've changed the name and everything, you can save that JSON file. All right.
Done it.
All right. So Ben was saying you've got the pack icon there. You would normally edit that to look like however you want it to look. We're going to leave it today. All right. So now what I want you to do is select all three things. So click and drag to select them all.
Hold on. Let me see what you're doing.
So in the folder, sorry. So save the manifest JSON, jump out of that, go back to the folder.
Okay, hold on. Selected all three.
Yep. Select all three. Right click. Then choose send to.
Yep.
Compress zip folder. And then rename it to whatever you want and change it from zip to .mcpack. Assuming you can see that it's a .zip. Otherwise we have to turn that on. Knowing who you are, you probably should be able to see it. Yeah?
Hang on.
Oh, you're right.
Can I call it the same thing as I called the resource? Like,
Yep, you call it whatever you want. It's just changing that zip to .mcpack makes it so Minecraft will recognize it.
no, I don't know how to change it to an MC pack from itself.
Okay. So when you rename it, it's just World War I NPCs and then there's no file, there's no extension on it?
No extension, no.
Okay, all right. So to fix that, we need to go to view. You're on Windows, aren't you?
Yes.
So go view. Nope. Where is it?
I see.
Yeah. View file name extensions. If you go view across the top, sort of 2/3 of the way across, there's file name extensions for me.
MC pack, right?
Yes. So change it from .zip to .mcpack, and it should say, "Are you sure you want to change the thingo of this? It might make it unusable." And you go, "Yeah, shut up." All right, and once you've done
what
that,
do I do?
So have you changed it to .mcpack?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to switch back to voice activity while we...
Okay. So if you've got it to mcpack, you just double click it, assuming it's got the square bookshelf icon.
It does.
Okay, so just double click it. It'll launch Minecraft Education Edition. Then log in.
All right, cross your fingers.
And you're thinking, oh, no, I don't need to cross my fingers. We've done it. G'day, Dave Dragon. How you going, mate? Finals are finally done for you. Well done. Congratulations. Oh, failed to import Christmas NPC resource pack. Mine broke. How'd yours do?
It failed to import.
Ah, do you know why?
Why?
Yeah, I know why. I know why.
Why?
Because the manifest.json was from a 1.8 resource pack. We need the 1.7 one. So let me find and see what the difference is. Is there a difference? No. Interesting. This has worked every other time, Trish. Every other time.
Well. Let's see.
The only difference is I've got a min engine version in my manifest.json. Hey Steve, yeah, we're live now.
It says provided UUID header UUID element R exists in past pack manifest.
Say that again.
The error says provided UUID header / UUID element already exists in pack manifest. I think it may be because I called the resource pack the same thing as I called the other thing. So
no,
I need to change the name of it.
My issue is the two UUIDs are the same. I stuffed up. So that might be my issue. So I'm going to delete that.
Do I delete?
So check your manifest.json again. Delete the .mc pack file. Yeah.
Okay.
At the moment, Steve, we're 2 ATP from glycolysis. Only 2 ATP from glycolysis. Okay, I'm going to write that down.
My UUIDs were the same too.
Yeah.
But I got a different one.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but obviously not.
I know I did. I refreshed it.
From glycolysis. I've written that down, Dave. Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. Steve, we're customizing the textures. So I've semi-created a Santa Npc Skin. So we're just trying to get it in game now. So we need to change one of those UUIDs. So I'm going to copy that one.
Yeah, now I have different ones.
Okay, so I do too. So go through that process again. So save, make sure you save your manifest, send to a compressed folder, and change it to an MC pack. And then we'll do paintings before we go. We will do paintings.
We don't have to tonight. You've got other things you've got to do. We can do that another time.
It's the same process. All you've got to do is change the paintings texture file. So if you can, I've successfully imported mine. So if you can successfully import this texture pack.
Hang on one second.
You're
I
right.
need to check something and make sure I didn't mess something up.
Go into my test all the things world. I needed to set the resource pack first. Yeah, Steve, the UUID stuff is crazy. But it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Jump out of there. All right. So we'll just wait for Trish to come back and tell us where she's at, and then we'll keep going. Yeah, it is cool what you can change, particularly with the behavior packs. I had a behavior pack. I wonder if it's still in here.
All right, the import is started.
Cool. Tell me it succeeds.
It successfully imported.
Yes. All right. So now what you need to do is go to a world.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to an old one. Let's create a new one.
All right.
Yeah, I do have it.
Trench warfare.
right? And now before you go
And
in, so don't actually go into the world. If you're going into the trench warfare world, click on
I needed to click.
click the pencil button beside
Okay,
it.
I needed to click. Yep.
And then down on the left hand side, you might need to scroll a little bit. There's a resource packs button there.
Yep.
Click on that.
Click
Find your one, click on it, and then
Uh-huh.
click the plus button.
Yep.
And then make sure the require players to accept the resource pack to join is on. That'll mean
Okay.
it'll automatically make them download it, and it will automatically export it with this world.
Okay.
All right, so once that's
Then
done,
click play.
click play. And in theory, my NPC that was normal looking at the start of this will now look like semi-half Santa Claus. So there you go. There's my NPC that's half looking like Santa Claus. So I've still got to do the arms, but other than that, mine's looking very Santa Clausy.
Spawn an NPC.
Yep. So, and then what's really cool about that, if I grab you, don't forget you got to type WB now. Is it actually shows up in the skin selection as well.
There he is. I've got to do an arm, but
All right.
he's there. Hang on. Let me
Show me. Show me. I'll put it on stream. Show me.
He's got something across his eyes.
Yes, which is probably part of that. That just means you just got to play and edit. So looking at that, there's a your original. There's a green splodge, a couple of a pixel down from the top of the hat or bottom of the hat, and that's what I'm guessing is over his eyes. If you know what I mean. So if you go back and look at your texture.
I don't agree with. Can I? I don't think I can. But I'll take a picture of him. Hold on.
So what? That's specific to this world. Yes. So what tool did I make to use the skin? I use paint.net. Yeah, it's start to finish in the stream, Steve. And then like I think this is I've recorded it, so this will go up on my YouTube as well. Rather than just staying on stream, it'll go up on YouTube at some stage. But yeah, I don't know, Trish, what do you think? Does this help you go from start to finish?
Yes. Look, you
All
can see what I did.
Okay, so it's coming up on stream right now.
Before.
Hey, that's fantastic.
I mean, he's got work he's got to have done on him, but
yeah,
it's the first time I've ever done it. So
yep.
yeah,
so you're getting there. And
yes.
Now that you've got it in, now it gets trickier. I'm sorry to tell you, because you've actually got to delete the pack to edit it again, if that makes sense. You can't just bring in a new one. But
I have to delete that one, and it's like I'm making a brand new one every time I have to edit his skin.
when I mean delete it, I mean, so jump out of the world you're in. All right. Go back to the main screen, go settings.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me look at what you're doing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. So settings and
yep.
global resources. And then if you click NPC pack, I thought you could delete it. Storage. Resource packs.
Yep.
So Christmas NPC, and I can trash it.
Okay.
All right. And then you would also need to come into the world you were in and resource packs and minus it from there.
Okay.
All right. What I tend to do is I'll show you what I do. I've actually got access to the folders in there, and you can actually change it. There's two places you can change it. One is in here, so Christmas. Oh, that's Christmas Carol. That's Ben's. But if it was still in there, so yours would be in the regular spot resource packs, you would have a World War One sort of pack, sort of like these two, right? And then in Minecraft Worlds, my most recent one would also have it in here. So there's Christmas NPCs. So you can see it's still hidden in here. So it's really tricky to then update the pack. But now that you've done it successfully once, I would come in here So I would just delete that Christmas NPC folder. All right, come back here, do my editing over in my original folder, and then import the pack again each time. So I would just keep deleting it from the world you were in.
Okay. Now I delete it from Minecraft. I delete the resource packs from Minecraft.
Yeah, now you can do that manually or
delete?
automatically.
Okay, but let's not talk automatically. Let's go with small steps.
Okay.
So the file that I'm working with that's on my desktop.
Yep.
Can I edit that?
Yes.
Now that MC pack I need to get rid of.
Delete the MC pack. Yep.
Right. But I can continue editing in the file that's on my desktop and just create a new MC pack after I get through editing.
Yep, and you don't need to change the UUID each time if you delete it from resource packs. So if you come in here and make sure you delete World War One, and you go into the Minecraft world, the most recent one you ran, and resource packs, and delete it there as well, then you can just import it again and again and again and again and do your minor adjustments
changing the UUIDs.
Without changing the UIDs. The other thing I would recommend is you do get Blockbench.
Okay.
And open up the NPC.
I won't run into the problem of not having an arm.
Well, that's right.
He could have been wounded. He could have been wounded.
That's it. So what I'm doing right now is I've opened the NPC model, and I went through this in the stream a little bit earlier. No, not documents, desktop. I'm in the wrong spot. Christmas NPCs. And I'm just going to open up that particular NPC skin, and you can see he's a bit wiggy because the model, but he didn't look like that in game, which is interesting. So the model's actually pulled it up different to what was. But yeah, so you get an idea of what's happening in here. Although with NPCs, it's a bit trickier, obviously. But yeah, so now you've got the basic structure of a pack. Let's have a look. If you go into here, see that? So if you go back into the one on your desktop, and you've got textures, we were playing in entity, NPCs. Go and have a look in painting. And that's how you edit the paintings. Yeah, Blockbench is absolutely amazing. It's really, really cool. And the animation stuff coming in 1.8, Steve, is going to be absolutely epic. What I did the other day is I did an animation for a video using Minimator, and added a custom model to Minimator from Blockbench with a custom texture. I'll just get up Minimator and show you, because it was really, really, really cool. I didn't realize quite how powerful all of these tools together actually become. So I made a custom computer model with a custom texture, and imported that into there. All right, I've got a phone call. I'll be back in a tick. All right, back.
Okay, I'm downloading Blockbench.
Yeah, Blockbench is amazing. And then, yeah, so where were we? Paintings, that's right, before Steve distracted me. Steve, if you go into the textures painting and open up that painting file, that's where you can edit all the paintings.
Okay. Ben did that with me a little bit this past summer, and but okay, once I get Blockbench open, how do I get my
All right, let's walk through
guy.
it. Have you got block
Okay.
bench there?
Yeah.
Okay, so open block bench.
Uh-huh.
All right. File. I'm going to do later.
Yep.
File. Import. Open model is probably what I would do. So open model.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Right, and then browse to, you know how you downloaded right way back at the start of the stream, we downloaded vanilla NPC pack.
Right.
So if you go to there, so vanilla, I'm going to go 1 point.
Not the zipped one, right?
No, not the zip one.
Okay.
I have
And
to
it
go
was
1.8.
1.8, right?
Yep, so vanilla 1.8.0, and then go into models,
Yep.
and then mobs.json.
Uh-huh.
Right, that brings up every mob in the game. Right, and now if you scroll, pretty much, I scroll to the bottom, and NPCs then at the top of my list. I don't know whether you're at the same resolution as I am, but open up the NPC.
Open up Npc geometry.npc.
.npc, yep. Right, and that brings in a nice colourful guy.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then over on the left side of the screen, there's textures, and beneath that a plus button.
Yep.
Click that.
Uh-huh.
And now go to your desktop, World War NPC folder.
Yep.
Go into textures, entity, NPC, and bring up your NPC skin.
There he is.
All right, now he'll look a bit wiggy.
Yeah, he does.
Because it doesn't know where the legs and everything are. So what I've done is adjusted where the legs are. For some reason, it's not picking up where things are properly. So particularly the legs, it looks like a messy. So if you have a look on stream,
Okay.
all right, this leg was down here and this leg was over here, right? So it looked like that, which is not how it looks in game. But if you click on the leg, you can actually say, well, no, the leg is here, and slide the alpha up. Well, that one's probably down there.
All right, I'm posting it in Discord.
Right, and then up to there. I'll bring Discord up on stream. Yep. All right, so over on the left, if you click on a body part, you can actually see where it's pulling that texture from, or where it thinks it's pulling that texture from. So if I click on my jacket, you can see over here, it's pulling that.
Oh, cool.
All right, so you can see where it's pulling it from. So that gives you that indication of where you need to be editing your texture. As I said, the legs seem to be a little bit wacky.
Can you edit in Blockbench? Or do I have to leave and go back to paint.net?
So leave that there, but it's live update. So if you go back into paint.net, and if I put a big F, so let's get a big F on Santa's beard, F. All right, oh, hang on, I need a different color. Let's go bright pink, F. Right, so there's an F. If I hit save on that, it automatically rolls through into Blockbench. See, it's there.
Yep.
On his jacket. So you just leave Blockbench open in the background, and you just come back to paint.net. Every time you hit save, Blockbench will pick up that and reflect those changes. All right, so that should make life a bit easier for you. All right.
Very cool. No, all right, I've got enough to keep me busy for a while.
All right, I'm not going to save that one. All right, we're going to call the stream there. Thanks to everyone who dropped by and had a bit of a look-see. Yeah, check out the recording. It'll be on my YouTube. It'll be available as a VOD on Twitch for a couple of weeks. A huge thanks to Trish for being a guinea pig yet again and helping us out in terms of stepping this out and getting it right. And a massive thanks to Ben, who started us off on the right track.
Thanks, Selfie.
No worries. See you, everyone.